Inside Radio Minute.
Welcome to the Inside Radio Minute. I'm your host, Kelly Jenkins. Since the mid-1960s, the name Arbitron has been associated with radio ratings, but broadcasters will need to forget the name beginning next week. The name may be going away, but Arbitron will give shareholders a parting gift. The company will pay a final quarterly cash dividend on January 1st, 2014. Once it becomes part of Nielsen, radio unit business will be more difficult to track. The company says they won't release radio-specific information in the future. By the way, Nielsen has not said which Arbitron executives it plans to bring on board, if any. 6 years after a group of private equity firms bought Univision Communications and took it private, the Hispanic broadcaster may go public again next year. The move will allow the buyout firms an opportunity to cash out their positions in Univision. If they decide to move forward with a 2014 IPO, the timing is likely to be just right. It's a World Cup year when revenues surge and interest in Spanish-language media typically peaks among investors. The National Association of Broadcasters says final attendance figures are still being tabulated, but it appears radio show registrations to last week's conference were on par with the 2,400 attendees at the 2012 show in Dallas. The radio show returns to the Midwest next year with the 2014 radio show set for Indianapolis. The Federal Trade Commission has cleared the way for Providence Equity Partners to take a majority stake in college sports and news broadcaster Learfield Communications. Providence is acquiring the majority stake from Shamrock Capital Advisors. Learfield currently works with more than 1,100 radio stations. Learfield Sports has also launched a new mobile app. It's called College Football To Go. It will offer radio play-by-play of the 50 colleges where it holds the broadcast rights. Whether Apple's new iTunes radio service changes consumer streaming music habits remains to be seen. But the tech giant did have a strong introductory weekend. Apple says 11 million unique listeners used iTunes Radio last weekend in the hours after the new iPhone 5S and iPhone 5C went on sale. Among existing Apple device owners, more than 200 million downloaded the new iOS 7 that enabled them to begin using the new iTunes Radio. So far, the most listened to song was Hold On, We're Going Home by Drake. And that's today's Radio Minute. Find more news and updates throughout the day at InsideRadio.com and on the new Inside Radio mobile app. I'm Kelly Jenkins.